Happy Friday, everyone. I'm Jen Houston, owner of the Artsy Fartsy Gallery. I'm a full-time independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Canmore, Alberta, Canada. And I am late. It's the same old story. I don't know. I need to wake up a whole lot earlier or something. I don't know. Anyways, hello. Happy Friday, everyone. It is a day we're going to play with a fun technique. I'm not sure if you've played with baby wipes and reinkers before, but this is what we're going to play with today. And, of course, with the To a Wild Rose bundle. So we're going to have lots of fun today. Just a reminder that we kind of got shortchanged this week a little bit, so I'm going to actually have this as the feature of the week this week as well as next week. So when you purchase this bundle with me, then I'm going to send you some of the vanilla, very vanilla scalloped lace, because it looks so pretty with this bundle. And of course, this bundle right now, you can get it at a 10% discount because it is at the bundled price. But come in June 3rd, when the new catalog comes out, then it's no longer going to be sold as a bundle. It will be sold as separate. So you'll have to buy the stamp set and the die separately, and then you miss out on that bundle. So a bundle price. So don't miss out on that if you love this set as much as I do. This is my second time going around with this set, and I really like it. And another big important news today. Guess who's won? This little nut bar is Indy, and lots of you often hear her. She just started barking just before I went on live. Of course, she has, you know, the worst timing ever, but Kevin took her outside. But yeah, she's won today, so I guess that's what, 7 in dog years. I'm scared for the teenage years, let's just put it that way. So anyways, happy birthday, Indy. We love you even though you drive us nuts. I see everybody popping on. That's awesome. Hello, everyone. Thanks for sharing there, Mary Ellen. Yay! I like that. Thanks so much. And then I wanted to do a draw from yesterday's live. I wanted to do a draw from those people who shared. So people like Mary Ellen are going to be in the draw from yesterday. There may be a draw come the next day or so, or maybe Monday too. So just saying. Okay, let me switch this screen over to see who is going to be our winner of one of the cards from me. So here we go. I'm pressing start. Do, 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 do. Well, that's not very good music. Oh, look, I won. Okay, let's pick that again. I don't know why it said picked. Oh, because I wrote the word shared. Oh, sheesh. Okay, can I do this again? Pick another winner. I hope it's not me again. It was just, that's a nice a confirming message. I'm a winner. Okay, let's see. Sue Thomas! Awesome. So I'm going to be sending you out a little hand made card from yesterday from that beautiful color combo. Oh, loved it. So, way to go, Sue. Glad it was you. All right. Oh, look at me being a poet. Okay, so today I've got 4 cards. We'll barrel through. If I don't get them done, we don't get them done. But, you know, my goal. 45 minutes. Yeah, good luck with that. Okay. Here is our proper screen. Oh, just wait. Ah, I got some happy mail. Oh, thank you. I look refreshed and happy today. Just don't look at my wrinkle. Well, you know, lipstick and a necklace does wonders. This is my old exercise shirt. But when you slap on a necklace and a little lipstick, gives you some color, you're all good. Good to go. Everyone thinks you're wonderful. So just a hint I've learned over the years. First off, I got a card from Alice. Thanks, Alice. Oh, I love these little little flowers, and of course the little ladybugs. And look at what she did. She fussy cut it out, that silly little little ladybug there. Isn't that cute? So neat. And then, you know, such a lovely little message. So thank you, Alice. Love it. And then my girl Lisa sent me out a card doing that scrappy strip technique. Love it. And look, I do like that, oh, what was that called? That bundle was beautiful. Anyway, so I love how she did all that up like that. And Kevin was looking at it, he's like, yeah, but why aren't these straight? Shouldn't they be straight? I'm like, no. That's what makes it really neat, is when it's like on angles. He's like, I don't get it. I'm like, you're a man. Never mind. Anyways, look at this little make today l'amazing. 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 And then she wrote me a nice little message. So thanks, Lisa. Thanks, Alice. Made my Friday. That's awesome. So thank you, ladies. All right. Those are going to go up on my little wall here too. And let's get rolling with our cards for today. Okay, we're going to start with this one first. Decisions. I wasn't sure. Do I start with this one? Do I start with another one? All right, so we're playing with baby wipes and reinkers today. So if you don't like getting dirty, this might not be for you. No worries, G, no worries. And that's what the fun of replay is. If you can't watch quite right now, or you can't watch the whole thing, never a worry. You can always chime in later on. All right, so I've got a baby wipe here, and I folded it into quarters. I've just put it onto like my blue plate here. You can just use a case. You can use a plate as long as it's flat. Anything you don't want to get stained, preferably. Just in case. Okay. Of course, when I think of roses, I go right to pinks in my brain. So I didn't do pink roses yesterday, so let's do them today. So I'm going to use Rococo Rose, Blushing Bride, and Petal Pink. I think it'll be kind of a neat, you know, bright pink, bluish pink, and some orange. We'll see. All right. I wish that we had llamas and gnome stamps. They did have llama stamps, oh, not that long ago. I think they were ahead of their time. But, so you're just going to put drop reinkers onto this baby wipe, and the ink is going to spread. Totally okay, that's what you want. Just try not to get the same color right beside each other if you can. And let's go in with our Blushing Bride here. And I see we're going to have to fill in some colors. That's all right. Okay, let's go in with a little more Rococo Rose then. So you're just dabbing on the ink. Petal Pink, sure. You kind of want to make sure all those little holes are filled in. Otherwise, when you go to, this is basically going to become your ink pad. You're making your own ink pad. And so you don't want any little gaps or blank spots, because then of course if you stamp your image on that spot, there's going to be nothing there. Okay, here we go. We have our little ink pad here, a mush of colors. For this one, all I'm going to do is take my stamp. So I had a really good question from somebody that's kind of new from stamping, and you know, these things I just take for granted, right? I don't even think about these things. But you know, when you're you have your stamp case and all your pieces are in there, she had asked, do you have to have a block for all of your stamps, and absolutely not, because that's the great thing about these clear blocks and the new red rubber stamps. It's not like the olden days where we had the wood mount stamps, remember those? And each stamp had its own block. They were bulky to store. They worked great, but bulky. So the cool thing about these is you take it off put it on your block, and then when you're done with it, you clean it and put it back. Great, right? What type of baby wipe? Unscented. These ones came from Costco. I got the big box delivered to my door. They are not unscented. They have a little bit of a smell to it, not intense or anything, but that's a good idea. I don't use these for myself. I'm a young living girl, so we use the baby, what are they called? Seedling wipes for if I want to use for my skin or anything like that. So these are just for playing around with, cleaning stamps, yada yada. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this stamp, sorry I'm making into our pretend ink pad. I'm gonna get my paper or my foam piercing mat just to help, because they are photopolymer stamps, and that just means that, you know, they aren't as raised as the red rubber stamps are, and it's sometimes to get a good image, sometimes it needs a little bit of a give underneath of it, underneath the stamp. So I'm just using the outline stamp for this one. Look at that. Isn't that fun? All the random colorness. I like it. Okay, so for this one, this card, I'm going to just use this image as is. For the next image, for the next card, I'm actually going to be layering them up, because that's the cool feature of this stamp set. It has 3 parts to it. So I'm just going to, this is the kind of the background stamp. There we go. So once again, just like we did before, I'm going to ink this up. And I'm actually going to stamp off once onto my grid paper, because this is kind of the background, so you don't want it as dark at, oh shoot, see I should have stamped, okay, let's start from the beginning. You see how it had the hole there? And that's because I didn't use my foam mat. Or that I didn't, I wonder, let's see. And it is a big background stamp, so sometimes those don't ink up it as well. Okay, let's throw this mat under here. Let's stamp off once. And let's stamp once here. So it's just going to be very faint, very nice. How do I do that? Or are you asking Gina about how do you unmount all your wood blocks? You ask her. That's a lot of work. I say just go with, just leave them as is, and from here on in you get the other stamps. Okay, so now there's the second layer to this stamp. So I'm just going to put this on. See how I took that other one off? It goes into the case, or where have you. I'm going to ink this one. Okay, now here's this trickiest part. Trying to kind of match up the... Now, I probably should have started with the outline stamp first, and that way it would have been easier, I think. I just assume that one goes there. do it. So this one I'm not stamping off first. I'm just isn't that pretty? And then lastly, I'm going to do my outline stamp, but I think I'm going to use, should I just use Rococo Rose? Or, nah, I'm going to go with this. Let's just do this again too. Okay, so here we go. Inking up the outline now. Now the tricky part is trying to find where do they match up? I think this is that little, I almost kind of want to leave that. I kind of like it as is. Once I add this, I think it'll be kind of, I don't know. Okay, what I was going to do, however, is make 2 of them. Okay, so this time let's start with the outline. Then we'll go with the next layer. We'll see what we think. Okay, so here's that big, I think the point. Yeah, that's so much easier to line it up this way. Okay, and then let's go in with that last background layer. So you don't need to have, you know, unless you're doing classes, you don't need to have a whole bunch of blocks. Let's go on to this foam pad again here. This is the background one, and so I just want to make sure that I get ink on all of it. I'm going to pre-stamp onto my grid paper so that it isn't super duper bright. Here's that little poke out piece, I assume. Yep, looks good. Oh yeah, so much easier to line everything up like this. And that'll just fill in the gaps of that. Faintly, very faint. I don't know, I almost wonder, I think I want to do, I love this look, but I think what I was going to do with the technique, I kind of wanted to, no, let's leave it. Just while it's still wet and whatnot, I would do this. I'm at the end of my baby wipe, so this isn't super duper wet for me. You could spray on some water to kind of wet, but you should probably, while you're at this stage, do the envelopes and the inserts as well. Just, you know, it's wet. Use it up. Okay, so I think that I'm going to leave that there and go with that. Next, I'm going to use my die to cut out these images. No sense using scissors when you don't have to. Okay, so here's a point, here's a point. Let's try this one. Is it this way? No. This one? No. This one? There we go. There we go. We got it. And I'm just going to use a little sticky note. I can't wait until the new embossing die cut machine comes out, because they are going to have a magnetic sheet. Now, I don't know if you have the Big Shot magnet plate, but I gave up on that thing because the plate had a bunch of little magnets all throughout it. It wasn't one solid magnet. And, oh man, things would jump around because it wouldn't quite be on a magnet. And, oh, I gave up on it and went to these little sticky notes instead, just to hold my stuff. So I'm excited when that comes out, because hopefully the entire sheet being magnetic is going to hold those little dies right in place, right where you put them. And I know the Sizzix product had a warning about if you have heart a heart monitor or whatever they're called, I forget, then you got to be careful because it's got magnets. So I don't know if this will be a similar sort of idea as well or not, but if it's not, it'll be great for those people who have heart machines or what have you. So what do you think of this color combo? The Rococo Rose, Blushing Bride, and Petal Pink. I like how they've gone together for sure. Okay, one more little guy to run through the big shot here. And that's okay there. Good. Also not looking overhead, so if I'm a little off, oh well. There is a way that we can you can use your blender pen to kind of color in a little bit if it's a little off. You can use your dauber if it's a little bit off. Okay. Oh, I'm getting weak or I'm heavy. Or it's too heavy. Okay, here we go. Let's play around with this card then. Okay, so I pre-cut out some things here so that it would go a little quicker. Remember this? From the layering frame. No, what's it called? This one. Ornate Layer Dies. So it's the great big one. I love how it has the little holes all the way around the outside, and I thought it was so cute. So that's in Rococo Rose. This is Sahara Sand. I like how they're kind of, you know, it's just kind of this grayish, brownish, taupey kind of color, and it goes so well with so many colors. I like it. It's one of those staples. Here's the tag that comes with this bundle in the dies here that come with this set. I like it. I love that stitching there. I cut out two little of these flowers from this set, and that's in Petal Pink. And then these little guys, just some little accents there in Sahara Sand as well. So let's put this all together and see what we can come up with. All right, let me get my snail tape, which it looks like it's running low here, so I'll probably have to switch it fairly soon. And let's see, I want to put this here, but I do want to add a sentiment before I glue it down. That way, if you make it oops, then there's the magic of paper. You just flip it over and try again, right? So, but if you glued it on, that kind of hampers that option. Okay, let's go with hello for this one, I think. All right, I'm going to use Rococo Rose. Thank goodness it's not retiring yet. We have one more year to play with it. Hello. There we are. So now I'm going to, well, we kind of fiddle with it first, see what the plan is. See, isn't that cool with all the different colors like that? I think it's so neat. And kind of add in these little pieces. We can pop this up as well. Yeah, that'll look fun too. And maybe one of those guys there and those guys there. This will go popped up, be popped up. Let's add in our beautiful scalloped, very vanilla scalloped lace. I think it you know, like I worried about, oh, I'm using all this Whisper White as opposed to say very vanilla and, you know, the lace, but it still goes okay. I don't think it clashes that bad or anything. I don't know. That's just my thoughts. Okay, did we glue the, no we didn't. Let's glue this down. I'm gonna put it off to the side a little bit. That'll give us a little extra room to fiddle with that flower over on this side. And I'm just going to put some snail, mainly on one. Did we put this here? Yes, we did. One kind of, mainly on the one half that's going to be mostly hidden underneath that flower. And that way, if we have glue sticking in between, hanging like cobwebs, it's not really going to be a big deal. Okay, and let's go in with these little things. Sprigs, I guess. I should be using my silicone mat, shouldn't I? It helps. The glue doesn't stick to it. I think I had it here. Let's start using it from now on here. So it's just a little craft sheet. You can use your hot glue gun on it, and if it drips on here, then it doesn't stick to it. It's quite amazing. Okay, let's go back to this, and we're just gonna pop this. Oh, I wanted lace. Lace. Let's just make some loops here. And of course that's just gonna get covered up by that flower, so let's just go in here like this. Add a little extra, no one's gonna see that. Like so. Maybe I'll put one go in this direction too. Whoops. Stuck. Make it stuck. Layer on the glue. All right, and then we're gonna pop this up anyway. So let's get some dimensionals. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. If I don't see it right away, no worries. Somebody may chime in to help you out. We have lots of amazing stampers on here if you're brand new. And if they can't answer, I always go through at the end and have a look what everyone commented and who shared and yay and you know. So I can always check your questions and whatnot then. Oh, pretty. I like that lace like that. So cute. Okay. I think I'm going to add some pearls. I have not had pearls in a long time, have I? Oh, sorry, Amy. Oh, headaches are the bummer. I wonder if it's because you guys are getting lots of rain. Or maybe you're not getting rain. We're getting rain. I don't know. Oh. No fun. We all hope you feel better. Yeah. Okay, let's get out my little take your pick tool and add some pearls. How about a large, medium, and a small, like so. There. And there we go. How cute is that? And it just, adds some interest there, doesn't it? Just by having a little bit of, random colors. I think it's pretty cool. So there you go. That's one little idea. And then let's go on to the second card, which is kind of the continuation of this idea. We're going to play around with a few extra things here. Okay, first off, I've got a Whisper White card base. This is the thick one. And then I have a thin piece that we're going to use as kind of the layer on top. We're going to decorate the, just kind of give this piece a little bit of color. One of my favorites is Seaside Spray. I think Seaside Spray is going to go nicely with these colors. So I've got myself a dauber, my Seaside ink, and just going to press that into the ink pad. Once again, when you're using daubers, it's best if you try it out on your grid paper first. You can always go darker if you need to, but if you want to go lighter, it's pretty hard. So start off light. Now I rub as opposed to getting a bunch of circles. Okay, just my preference. Some people kind of do different things. I just want kind of the look of, say, sky a little bit. So I'm not caring if I go right to the edge. I'm not caring if it's even. I just kind of want, sorry everybody, this table's shaking. If you want to add a little extra dark. I think that's good. We'll color that little section in. Okay, good. Good to go. Next, I want to stamp. I love this saying. I think it's so beautiful. You know, true friendship is one of God's greatest gifts. I think that's so neat. And I'm actually going to do that in, I was going to do basic black. Yeah, let's do it. So I'm using my Memento Black ink. Oh, my Lanta. That's not good. Let's use a baby wipe here. I think my table is crooked for some reason right now. And so it's not, or maybe it was on this bump or something, so it's not exactly, I should be just tapping. There, that looks better. Okay, here we go. Now I'm just lining kind of up with the grid paper. My paper is square, and then if I kind of pay attention to the letters based on the lines on my grid paper, I just want it kind of down in the corner here. I think that looks good. Nice. Good, good. Okay. So remember this rose we did here. I really wish I had done both the anyways, I'm going to cut out the center. Remember how we kind of did this yesterday? I'm going to cut this center portion out and kind of make it as a second flower. There we go. Kind of as another little flower down here I'm going to put. Now, before I came on today, I prepped for the last card we're going to do today, and I made some leaves using the same technique, using of course some different colors. So I'll tell you the colors when we get to it at the end, but I just wanted to add in a couple leaves, I suppose, underneath, just to kind of anchor that rose a little bit. I guess 3 is the charm, right? Like so. Pretty. Isn't that nice? Okay, so let's pop up this rose, and that'll allow us to sneak in those little leaves underneath. So I'm going to put the dimensionals quite close to the center of the flower for that reason. And leaving the kind of this part open so that, you know, we can stick these leaves in without it bumping into a dimensional. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. Okay, now let's add in these leaves. And these I'm not going to pop up. I'm just going to use the snail tape. Once again, I haven't I moved this out of my way, and I should be using it. Okay, let's add this here. And this one. See how it didn't stick on there? Quite amazing. Okay, let's put that one there, and then I'm going to tuck one kind of up in that area. I suppose I can tilt it a little too, sure. There. And then I think, let's pop this up double. So I'm going to know that this is already popped up once, so I'm going to need two over, double over here and a single over here. Oh no, what did I say? Let's put two on this side, double them up, and a single, because that's going to be already kind of laying on that popped up rose section. So it just makes it look kind of like a second flower, right? Just by using that center section. I almost want to use, remember this, to give it a little bit of, you know, you need that contrast in there, right? I think I'm going to use the Rococo Rose again, just to kind of coordinate with that. So it's just kind of that insert. Yeah, that's better. I think it kind of makes it a little more detail-y, the technical term. All right, so now for our lace, I'm thinking I kind of want to just do a knot. Why is that kind of... Just make a knot and cut the ends like so, and I can tuck this either maybe up in here, maybe down here, maybe over here. I think there. I'm going to get a glue dot over here. And just put that on that little knot there. Let's get a couple. Okay, here we go. We're going to tuck that guy just underneath there, like so. Just this hidden little piece of lace sticking out. Let's kind of cut that on an angle a little better. I think I'm going to leave that. Okay, and I want to add some pearls. Pardon me, pearls and lace and roses. Oh, every woman's dream, right? I mean, I'd go with diamonds too, I'm just saying, but two more. I was worried this might be too much, but I think it's okay. I think it's all right. What do you think? Now, I was just thinking, do we need a little wee mat of black? Let's just have a look, see what we think. Got some scrap here. Just do a teeny tiny, I don't know, kind of finishes it, doesn't it? Or what about is Seaside Spray? Maybe it'd be less. Yeah, that might look, yeah, I like it. It's a little less, oh my goodness, what is that? That's my technical term for it. Isn't it neat? How simple. All right, so this was 4 inches by 5 1/4, so I'm just gonna go 4 1/8 inch by 5 1/4 plus 1 more. Me and my math skills. There. Ooh, I'm tempted to cut something out of here. Just, yeah, like it. Okay, let's glue this down then. Oh, we're out. Oh, and there's my big hair. Let's take that off there. Onto our thick Whisper White. Now this is just going to be tiny, tiny white layer all the way around, as is this. So you're just going to have a tiny, tiny piece of blue showing. Seaside Spray. I think when you put a matte, it just kind of makes it a little more finished looking. I don't know. What do you think? Isn't that pretty? I'm so tempted. I'm gonna do it. To add some flicks of black. Because this is so dark, it'll kind of loosen things up. See that? Maybe you can't. That was actually dark smoky slate, pardon me. Do you see how it just kind of loosens things? I don't know. So pretty. So pretty. Oh. Oh, I like it. And how simple was that? Like, really. Okay, next card. For this one, I want to try this. I don't know how it'll turn out, what it'll look like, but there again, let's risk take and see what we think. I want to kind of do more of a like grays, crumb cake, Sahara sand, almost like a sepia color. I don't know. We'll see, right? So I'm using Sahara sand again. I'm in the Sahara sand mood. I don't know. I'm using my gray granite. I love gray granite. Just love it. My little piece of Whisper White is a wee little matte. And then I'm having another Sahara sand layer. Now for this one, I thought, okay, let's make our new ink pad using those different colors. Until we're getting low here. So there again, I'm just going to take my baby wipe and fold it into quarters, like so. And like I said, I'm going to use some crumb cake. And Sahara sand. Gray granite. Just try and fill in some of those little holes there with the gray granite. And I do like gray granite, so if we get a little extra, that's all right. I don't know if I should add in smoky slate. I'm gonna say no. Okay, here I wanted to use, let's see, I need a piece of Whisper White to stamp my flower on. Let's get my, there we have it. Maybe I'll use gray granite as my kind of flower outline color. Now I'm gonna have to get that pink off there from our last project. And my Simply Chamois, which I just wet beforehand, so it's damp, it's not soaking wet. If it gets oh, if it's too wet, then it just leaves your stamps kind of, they'll pool. Okay. This happens with your polymer stamps. So you need to wash these in soapy water because sometimes they get residue from your hands and glue and stuff, and they don't stick as well as they should. That's all. And then they're good as new. Okay, let's go in with gray granite. You can mail that card to me. Aw. Isn't it pretty? Oh, lovely set. Okay, so here is our gray granite outline. And then now we're going to play with this. I'm going to actually put it onto our foam mat to make sure it gets all covered. I think I'm just going to use this. I'm not going to use the full background stamp. I'm just going to use this one that has pieces of it. Okay. Okay, now to line her up. So here's that pokey end. So I'm going to assume that that one is maybe there. Yeah, I think I got her. Good. Okay. Is that right, or does it go this way? Ooh, yeah. That one? Yeah, that's the right way. Here we go. Let's have a look. I'm excited to see. I don't know. It's okay. What's this color? It must be the gray granite. Okay, let me try the background stamp. Okay, let's try with our ink pad again. And let's stamp off once. I'm running out of room. So we'll stamp off once. And then go in there. Just faint. And then if we go with our second layer, although I kind of, I do want a layer though. I probably should have, okay, hang on. Let's go with this on our outline, because remember, it was so much easier to start with the outline as opposed to finishing with the outline. Okay, let's go here. Start with that outline with all our weird inky colors. And then let's go in with that background stamp again. And ink up that stamp off once, just to get rid of some of that color. And then let's go in, where are my pointy parts? Here's pointy, yep. Okay, everything crickled. I think I like that better. What do you think? Because that's pretty intense. I just like the softness of this. It added some color, but we could do Make of Stella. Anyways. All right, let's go back to, where is my die? Let's cut this guy out. Find a pointy part. Pointy. That's not it. Pointy. Nope. And it's got to be pointy this way. Yes. So there's 2 points opposite ends, eh? I'm just realizing. That looks good. Should use another maybe just to hold both sides. Okay, let's run this through the Big Shot. And my other plate right here. Done. Nice. I like it. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do on here is actually stamp some leaves. Just in gray granite. Just kind of a subtle background. Like so. Yeah, just leave it. Okay. And then I need a bigger leaf up there. Let's go with that. I think leave it. Good. All right, next I do want to add a little bit of a saying down here. This to me, I don't know, it looks like a sympathy card, but I don't need sympathy cards. I need a hello stamp. Let's do hello. Or grateful. What else we got? We could do friendship again. We could do hello and definitely blessed is nice. It's big. That's the only thing. I don't know. Let's go with blessed. Okay, and I guess wonder about using basic gray. Soft suede. That might look better. Yeah, let's try that. Now let's try it on the back of our paper first. If we don't like it, we can change our mind. Yeah, I don't mind it. I like it. I think my ink pad's running out, so it's not as super potent as I would have expected, so it all works out. There's my blessed. And then on the inside I'll put to know you or to be your friend and grateful, whatever. And let's pop this little piece up. Dimensionals. Did you all catch Lisa's? Put some pineapple punch on there. Funny how I just thought of you, Lisa. I was just going to say, did you see Lisa's cards last night? I was going to say I didn't get to see it because I was at my happiness class, but I saw the pictures and wow, go pineapple punch. I think I put that too high. Let's move it down a little and over. There, that's better. And then here I am. gray and brown and should we add a little pie? You know what? I don't even have. Yes, I do. Should we do it? Just for you, Lisa. I got this actually at On Stage. I don't know why I grabbed for it, but it was the pineapple punch stamp and blend. There we go. Okay, let's put this guy together. And I need a little, I think I'm going to do the same thing as what I just did with the last card and our very vanilla lace. I think let's just, oh my goodness, I'm out. Well, how's that going to work? I was going to use that all next week. Anyways, I'll figure something out. I do like my jean ribbon. Might be kind of fun with this set too, I don't know. There we go. Let's just add that. Yes. Nope, down there. Looks good. Let's add a glue dot onto that. Or one or two. Tuck that under there. Just like so. Just adds a little something. I think I'm going to add a pearl right in the center. Pearl. Oh, are they? These are pretty too. Those gilded gems. I think I'm going to go with that. They kind of go with everything. They really do. I know, right? So glad you were at your happiness class. Yes, as I said, the first color combo was me and the second was you. Yeah, even the second color combo was a little for me, but very beautiful. And I want to try out that layout or the card, making one of those cards. That looks like so much fun. So much going on. Kevin couldn't even handle your, not perfect stripes on your scrappy strip techie. So, can you imagine him with the other, with that kind of a card? Even, I showed him my barbecue cards from last Friday. You know how I had that fun fold with the brick and when it's like, I don't get it. It's too complicated. I'm like, I assumed that a man would want to, have a little more things to play with. I don't know. Anyways, whatever. All right, here's my Wild and Woolly card. And of course I'm going to do the insert and the envelope in similar style. Probably just with these leaves, I assume. That's nice. I like it. It's missing something. I don't know. I'll think about it and see what I add. Well, I might be thinking about it apparently right now. I'll see. That might work. That might work. Okay, I will play with that later. You'll have to go to my blog to see what I end up with. Okay, for the last card. Go, go, go! I used... Oh, I had those organized. Oh, woman. I used a whole sheet of Whisper White. And the colors I put on of reinkers were Granny Apple Green, Coastal Cabana, Mint Macaron, and Pear Pizzazz. So once again, I did the whole baby weight thing using these 4 colors. Not bad. I like them. Once again, I'm going in with gray granite, something kind of calmish. My color scheme. And I just thought, okay, let's cut out a bunch of these leaves and tidbits. I also ran this through, remember the dye like this? I don't know if you can see, but I ran it through upside down just to kind of give me an outline of that, where I kind of probably want to put this dye. So it'll just be kind of as a guide for me, because I kind of want to make like a wreath sort of idea around. That's my thought process anyways. Okay, so here we go. We're just going to start layering up the leaves, making a wreath. This could probably work as a Christmas card activity. Okay, so I'm just going to put one down and keep going. I was going to say, I thought I had a lot more leaves. Where's the leaves? Just in a different bucket. Okay. So, you know, you really don't have to do the roses all the time. Play with the leaves. And then I actually used Coastal Cabana on Coastal Cabana, Coastal Cabana ink on Coastal Cabana cardstock. And I thought, oh, let's add a hit of color every once in a while on our little wreath here. Let's do every 4 or so. So I like how the leaves turned out. There again, stamped there's a leaf image that has the stem and kind of very detailed image of all the, what are those called? Veins, I guess. And then I stamped over top with the lined kind of image. That's how I made these. And then cut them all out, of course, with the die. What do we got? 2. One more. And let's add in another hit of that Coastal Cabana. And continue on with those leaves up the side, kind of. Let's move that over a little. What is that? 1, 2, 3. Let's do one more. Ooh, is that it? Let's do a Coastal Cabana then. Get out of there. And this last one I've got, hopefully it'll all work together here. If not, we can add in some extra pieces. So I cut out some of these in Granny Apple Green and some of these in Pear Pizzazz and Mint Macaron. So I think we'll just kind of start filling in the gaps there. And little hits of, little pops of color here, there, and everywhere. Not sure. Tuck that under maybe. So we're slightly making a forest here. Oh, sheesh. I guess we're filling up the gaps. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Just, ooh. Oh, that'll look cute somewhere. Let's stick that in there. Add a little bit. Maybe another mint macaron somewhere here. Keep her on the paper. Just go over top. There. With that great big hair. Okay, so there we go. We'll see. We'll see. I'd leave it as is. Yes, the band. You and I are very similar stampers, yeah. So, and then I was just going to put this piece over top. See how that goes. Just with that, I'm going to use that beautiful saying that true friendship is one of God's greatest gifts. Let's clean it off. I think I'm going to use my gray granite. Fills it up so nicely too. I hope it's straight. There we go. I like it. Let's pop it up. It's kind of neat though, right? Like everybody has their kind of styles and kind of what they're comfortable with, right? Like, Lisa, don't you have, if you're still there, don't you have like yellow walls, Lisa? Oh, let's tuck some lace. Oh, this is all we got to work with here. I wonder if we just tucked it. Maybe I'll put a stripe of snail in there. Let's go up that direction there. Yeah. Okay, let's put this over top. Where I would never think of having yellow walls. That would just make me want to run away. But you know, light blues, like smoky slate, or this, or gray granite. Sign me up. Oh yes, and I was going to put just the little white layer behind. Tie it all together. We have got a forest. No, I would call them apricot. And yes, they're right, yeah. Like never. Never, ever, ever. I think I would accent with maybe like the wild pink I have behind. I don't know if you can see it there. That pink, apparently it's red according to IKEA, but I think it's kind of this peachy, pinky. That is intense for me. I would never paint a wall like that, but I like it as an accent color, and that was bold for me. But of course I had to tame it down with browns. Right? It's so weird how we're all just kind of different with our colors, right? I think it's pretty cool. All right. Let's add in those gilded gems, because I think a little shine in this will make it pop a little more. A little shine in the jungle. They're hard to use with the take your pick tool. You just don't, they're so tight, or they're on the paper so well that it's hard to get them off. There. Let's get this hair out of here. Shedding apparently. Or maybe it's Bud's hair. Guess it's kind of shedding time for them, isn't it? Indy, I don't think she would ever let us brush her hair. Yeah, let's go one up there. There we go. I think I'm going to use one of these leftovers for the insert on my Whisper White piece. I could use it as a mask as well and, you know, sponge over top of it. That would be kind of cool. That's why we make perfect Stampin' Up! Team. We hit all the colors, yes. You like me in my neutrals, and yes, I'm so thankful that you can do bolds because that's so hard for me because they often just make me want to, like, they make me vibrate. It's just, they stress me out. But they look beautiful. How you do it, I don't know. So there we go. This looks pretty here too. Maybe I'll end up making another card here. All right, everybody. So this was kind of my wreath card. So I decided no roses on this one. Turned out all right. Oh, sheesh. This one had my little green bits that I think I'm going to put on there, which flew off when I picked it up. Another calm color. This one I think is my favorite. Isn't that pretty? What a neat way to make a background. Just, you know, daub on some color. And there again, those are those same leaves that I used on this setup. Pretty. And then this was our first card. Use that outline layer as just as your flower, because it kind of matches with these outlines, right? And using the ink pad as your multicolor. I think that's pretty neat. Thanks for hanging in there with me, everybody. I am glad that you're here and glad that I got to see you guys today before the big weekend. Let's put that one instead. All right, of course, the feature this week is this beautiful bundle. So many different ways that you can play with it. Yesterday we made yellow roses. I was going to look up beforehand, what are the different colors of wild roses? I don't even know. I know there's pink. I think there's white. I don't know, but I'm going to look that up and find that out for us for Monday, because we are going to have a whole other week of this stamp set. I'm excited because I was, you know, out of whack for a little bit, and that's okay. We all have to take our little mental health breaks and get some rest some days. So purchase this stamp set and bundle with me. Get 10% off. Get a bolt of the very vanilla scalloped ribbon, or if you prefer a different kind of ribbon, I'm sure we can make it happen. Or purchase $75 with me and I will send you the same thing. So tomorrow is going to be a new color challenge for next week, so check that out. I think I'm going to have it post at about 1 o'clock Mountain Time, so check that out. Also, Lisa is doing an online class come Monday. You can purchase the supplies. Is there a wild rose called Joseph's Coat? I don't know. We had ketchup and mustard. I don't know if it's not a wild rose, but ooh, I gotta check that out. Wow, very nice. Check that out. I know we used to have the ketchup and mustard rose in Manitoba. I miss my garden. Anyways, yes, and we had the Canada 150 rose, and we had another one. It was for cancer survivors. Unfortunately, it died. Not to be funny, but it's kind of fun. Anyways, yes. Anyways, back to this. I will see you either Saturday with your question, with your answer to your question. Sunday, I'm going to have the sharing. And so post the pictures of your projects that you've been working on. I'm going to look through all of these. Oh, are the chopped items ready for voting? No. I have one more person that I really want in there. She said to just go on without her, but I really want her in there. So I will get it all set, work on it, get it all set up, and hopefully, let's say Monday, it'll be ready for Monday. Then you'll know when to kind of look for it for. Okay? And I'll also mention it during the class on Monday at 10 a.m. How does that sound? So everyone, yeah, everyone will be able to come along and vote for all the different projects. It'll be neat. Sunday will be the sharing Sunday, and Monday, yes, mail it out Monday, and we have the chopped voting. We have Lisa's online class, which you don't have to be there right for the online class. It's kind of available until her supplies or my supplies run out. So you have that video for an entire year. So if that interests you, it is going to be, darn it. What are you doing there, Lisa? I forget. Yeah. We can advertise that later. Anyways. Contact me if you have questions. I'm jenhoustonstamps@gmail.com. So Jen with 2 N's, Houston, like the city, Houston, or Houston if you are in New York and you go down North Houston, or yeah, I think it's North. Anyways, all right. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. It was fun to play with you. See ya.